बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। अल्लाहुम्मा सल्लि अला मुहम्मदिन व अला आलि मुहम्मदिन व बारिक वसल्लिम। रब्बि इश्रह ली सदरी व यस्सिर ली अमरी वहलुल उक़दतम मिन लिसानी यफ़क़हू क़ौली। Assalamu alaikum. I am Dr. Umar Farooq. As you know, students, we are studying unit number 9, that is chemical equilibrium. Let's recall first what we have studied so far in this chapter. In lecture number 1, we studied irreversible and reversible reactions. And you know that a reversible reaction consists of forward and reverse reactions. Next, we studied dynamic equilibrium state. And finally, macroscopic characteristics of forward and reverse reactions, as well as dynamic equilibrium state. In the second lecture, I discussed with you law of mass action and active mass, equilibrium constant, and its expression. In the last lecture, I solved all the numerical problems for you. Today's lecture is the last lecture of this chapter, and it deals with applications or importance of equilibrium constant. Value of Kc predicts two things of a reversible reaction, that is, direction and extent of a reaction. Let us discuss them in detail one by one. Firstly, we see how does the Kc value help us in predicting the direction of a reaction. For a general reversible reaction, we define Qc, the reaction quotient, as follows, where A, B, C, and D in square brackets represent molar concentrations of these species at any time. I repeat, in this expression, the square brackets represent the molar concentrations at any time. The expression for reaction quotient Qc is identical to equilibrium constant Kc, but its value, that is Qc's value, is calculated using concentrations at any instant. That is, they are not necessarily equilibrium values. So here in this expression of Qc, we have the concentrations at any instant, but in the expression of Kc, we have the concentrations at a particular instant, or concentrations at equilibrium. इसका मतलब किसी रिवर्सिबल रिएक्शन के दौरान Qc वैल्यूज तो अनगिनत हो सकती हैं, लेकिन Kc वैल्यू सिर्फ और सिर्फ एक खास लम्हे पर होगी, यूनिक होगी, और वो है इक्विलिब्रियम स्टेट की वैल्यू. फर्ज कीजिए एक रिवर्सिबल रिएक्शन 100 इक्वल इंटरवल्स से गुजरकर इक्विलिब्रियम स्टेट को पहुंचता है, तो आप हर इंटरवल पर कॉन्सेंट्रेशंस की रेशो मालूम करें. इनमें शुरू की 99 वैल्यूज Qc, जबकि 100th वैल्यू Kc वैल्यू होगी जो इक्विलिब्रियम स्टेट की होगी. इसी एक्सपेरिमेंट को के हर इंटरवल को अगर दो इक्वल इंटरवल्स में डिवाइड कर दें तो अब कुल 200 इंटरवल्स हो गए. इनमें Qc वैल्यूज 199 यानी 199, जबकि 200वीं वैल्यू Kc वैल्यू होगी. यानी Qc वैल्यूज खा कितनी भी हों, Kc वैल्यू सिर्फ और सिर्फ एक होगी. In short, we can say that Qc is variable, but Kc is a constant. Let me further elaborate this concept with the help of concentration versus time graph. Initially, the concentrations of reactants are in maximum amounts, but gradually decrease with time and become constant at equilibrium state. Look at this falling curve. It indicates that the concentrations of reactants decrease with time till they become constant when the equilibrium state is established. where TEQ is the time to establish the equilibrium state. Let's talk about products now. Initially, the concentrations of products are zero, but gradually increase with time and become constant at equilibrium state. This rising curve indicates that the concentrations of products increase with time till the equilibrium state is established. At equilibrium state, the concentration of each species becomes constant. Let's remove some objects from the graph and we are left with the curve representing change in concentration of reactants with time. Now just focus on the graph. At this instant, we have this concentration. At this instant, the concentration is this. इस इंस्टेंट पर ये concentration, इस पर ये, और इस इंस्टेंट पर ये है concentration, इस इंस्टेंट पर ये। गर्ज ये कि हर इंस्टेंट पर कंसंट्रेशन चेंज हो रही है, हत्ता कि इक्विलिब्रियम स्टेट इस्टेब्लिश हो जाती है और कंसंट्रेशन कांस्टेंट हो जाती है। ये देखिए TEQ पर ये है कंसंट्रेशन, इससे नेक्स्ट इंस्टेंट पर ये है कंसंट्रेशन, इससे नेक्स्ट इंस्टेंट पर भी वही कंसंट्रेशन है, यानी कंसंट्रेशन तब्दील ही नहीं हो रही इक्विलिब्रियम स्टेट के इस्टेब्लिश होने के बाद। इसीलिए ग्राफ टाइम एक्सिस के पैरेलल हो गया है। Now observe the change in the concentration of products with respect to time. Note that the concentration at this instant has this value. At this instant, its value is this. At this instant, concentration is this one. At this instant, we have this value of the concentration. इस instant पर ये concentration है, इस instant पर ये. So the concentration is changing at every instant until we reach the equilibrium state. So after at TQ, the concentration become constant for every species, and after this the concentration remains constant. So वो तमाम लम्हात जो TEQ से पहले के हैं उन पर कॉन्सेंट्रेशंस की रेशो लेने से हमें QC वैल्यू हासिल होती है, एंड एट ऑल दोज इंस्टेंट्स which are or after TEQ, the ratio of the concentrations gives us Kc value. I hope you understand my point. Coming back to the actual topic, that is predicting direction of a reaction. Suppose this is a start point of a reversible reaction, and here is the point where the equilibrium state is established. We're gonna compare QC with Kc, and during this comparison, note the lengths and colors of the bars. These bars represent Kc value. Now this bar represents QC, which is not only equal in length to Kc but have the same color. That is, QC is equal to Kc, which implies that the reaction is at equilibrium and the rate of forward reaction is exactly equal to the rate of reverse reaction. Now note the color and the length of this bar of QC. Obviously, QC is less than Kc. So such a reaction proceeds from left to right to reach the equilibrium state and forms more and more products. And finally, this bar of QC shows that QC is greater than Kc. Hence the reaction proceeds from right to left to reach the equilibrium state and forms reactants. I hope you get my point. Let me give you an example which will help you how to predict the direction of reaction. Consider the reaction between hydrogen and iodine to form hydrogen iodide. The Kc value for this reaction is 57.0 at 700 Kelvin. At any instant during the course of reaction, the molar concentration of hydrogen is 0.1 mole per dm cube. Iodine is 0.2 mole per dm cube, and that of hydrogen iodide is 0.4 mole per dm cube. Let's calculate its Qc value with hydrogen iodide square in the numerator while hydrogen and iodine in the denominator. Substituting their values and simplifying, we get Qc is equal to 8.0, which is of course less than Kc. This implies that equilibrium state is yet to be established, as Qc is less than Kc. Therefore, the reaction will proceed from left to right to reach the equilibrium state. This is how we predict about the direction of a reaction. It is concluded that if Qc is less than Kc, the reaction moves from left to right in the forward direction to attain the equilibrium state. But if Qc is greater than Kc, the reaction moves from right to left in the reverse direction to attain the equilibrium state. And if Qc is equal to Kc, the reaction is at equilibrium state. That is, forward and reverse reactions take place at equal rates. I hope you understand. So you saw that how Kc value helps us in predicting the direction of reaction. Now we study its second application, that is extent of reaction. Extent means range or magnitude या हद, यानी रिएक्शन किस हद तक वाक़ई होता है इक्विलिब्रियम स्टेट को पहुंचने से कबल। मतलब ये कि एक्सटेंट ऑफ रिएक्शन से मुराद ये है कि केमिकल रिएक्शन के दौरान रिएक्टेंट्स किस हद तक प्रोडक्ट्स में कन्वर्ट होते हैं। सो द सेकेंड एप्लीकेशन ऑफ equilibrium constant is predicting extent of a reaction. For a general reversible reaction, the equilibrium constant expression is this. For the sake of convenience, I write it like this: products over reactants. So Kc is the ratio of molar concentrations of products to the molar concentrations of reactants. The numerical value of Kc or the magnitude of Kc predicts the extent of a reaction, which means the extent to which reactants are converted to products, or in other words, how far a reaction proceeds before establishing equilibrium state. But how come? The answer lies in the mathematical treatment of expression of Kc. Note that Kc is directly proportional to the molar concentration of products and inversely proportional to the molar concentration of reactants. That's why the numerical value of Kc tells us how much reactants or products are there in the equilibrium mixture. Larger the value of Kc, larger is the amounts of products formed, and smaller the value of Kc means products are in lesser amount and reactants are in larger amounts. Let's talk about this in detail. This is the starting point of a reaction, and here the reaction ends up. The progression of a reaction is shown by a bar. Look at this bar representing an irreversible reaction. It reaches up to the end point, meaning that the reactants are completely converted into products and ultimately the reaction stops. But irreversible reactions are not the scope of our discussion right now. Now focus at the progression of this reaction. It is moving on and on and on. That is, reactants react to form more and more products until the equilibrium state is established, but at a far away distance from the starting point. This is the equilibrium position, that is, the point where the equilibrium is set up. So in this case, products are in larger amounts than those of reactants, and the Kc value is very large. Look at the next bar. Here equilibrium is achieved almost immediately, which means the reactants have very little tendency to react with each other, and so the products are formed in very little amounts, so the Kc value is very small. Now focus on this bar. Equilibrium is established almost at the midpoint. This implies that the equilibrium mixture contains almost equal amounts of reactants and products, and the Kc value is neither very large nor very small. It is rather closer to 1. So there are three possibilities: large value of Kc, small value of Kc. Kc is neither small nor large. Large numerical value of Kc means reaction mixture consists of almost all products, and the reaction mixture consists negligible reactants, because Kc is directly proportional to the molar concentration of products and inversely proportional to the molar concentration of reactants. So the large numerical value of Kc indicates that large conversion of reactants into products has taken place, and the reaction has almost gone to completion. Consider this reaction. Carbon monoxide gas combines with oxygen to form carbon dioxide. The Kc value for this reaction is 2.2 into 10 raised to the power 22. This very large value of Kc indicates that the reaction mixture consists of almost carbon dioxide gas. Small numerical value of Kc means reaction mixture consists of almost all reactants, and the reaction mixture consists negligible products, and small conversion of reactants into products has taken place, and the reaction never goes to completion. Consider, for example, the decomposition of ammonia gas into nitrogen and hydrogen gases. The Kc value for this reaction is 3.0 into 10 raised to the power minus 9. This small value, rather very small value of Kc indicates that the reaction mixture consists of almost all reactants, that is ammonia gas, and nitrogen and hydrogen gases are in negligible amounts. Kc value neither small nor large means that the reaction mixture consists of comparable amounts of reactants and products. For example, conversion of N2O4 into NO2. The Kc value for this reaction is 0.211, which means that the reaction mixture contains almost equal amounts of dinitrogen tetroxide and nitrogen dioxide gases. I hope you get my point. If you have any questions, please do write in the comments below. Thank you.